In this particular video, we're going to show you how to do trimming editing by simply setting in and out points on each video and then changing the view and then doing the same. So it's a very quick way to do multicam video editing. So we start off here. What we're going to do is we're going to create a new edit list, actually. It's going to use this for the editing, and we'll just call this maybe the bike ride loop 1. And then we just pick the first video that we want to start with, our first angle. Maybe we want to start with the handlebar. And then we can do a, maybe play a little bit before we want to start it. Maybe we're going to start this video at the corner. So I'm going to pause it right there. We set an in point, and then we just go around the corner here. And I'm going to set an out point. And then I would like to get the other view of the rider. So I'm going to select that. And that's currently in the right position. So we're going to just set an in point. That's where we made the corner. And set an out point. And then again, we could go ahead and select the third view. And again, because it's at that time, we'll just hit in point. And then set out point. And then trim. And that's the process. So I would just go through. I can skip ahead if I wanted to go maybe to the next section. Maybe I want to go over here, and then we'll skip ahead, maybe the next location. Maybe we're out there on the trail, so I'm going to just simply set an in point. I'm just moving the camera around. And maybe that I wanted to start here, so I'll just reset that. So I'm going to set the in point again there. And then set an out point, trim. And then go ahead and select the rider, set an in point. And then out point and trim. So we've created our edit decision list, which you can actually see here. You have each of the edits, so we can just simply review them here if we want. Click on the mouse. That does our first, second cut, and so forth. So this is what's going to be used for the edits. So I can actually trim it in here, but I'll do that as a separate video. So we say OK. And now let's check our settings here because we want to render this. So I'm going to choose to actually render this but use the same frame rate. And we're going to maybe use 1920 by 1080. I believe that was the original resolution, and it'll use the original frame rate, and then it's going to encode in MP4. I can select others, but for this demo I'll just do that. And this is our settings, and to render we just hit this button here, and we can just put in maybe the resolution we're rendering at 1920 to remind us by 1080, and then it'll start the rendering. And so this is actually actually re-encoding the video. And the time it takes to do this is going to all depend on your GPU in your computer. So we'll come back to this in a short time. Okay, so it'll automatically replay the edits for you, and we can review them here. And these are straight cuts. This is, of course, meant to be a quick cut editor, and if you want to bring and do effects, you can bring it into a NLE. But that is our edited version. So we could make as many copies as we want. If we wanted to change this a little bit, use a different encoder, different frame rate, we'd simply go back, select our original edit list, and then go ahead and do that. And all our edits, all the edited videos are here. So if we wanted to actually take that edited video and we wanted to share that, we just hit our share button here. If we wanted to do this by setting it to YouTube, we click that. If we want to send it to a YouTube, to a FTP server, we can put in our settings any 2 FTP servers. We could upload it once they're set, or we can send this over to a USB drive or to a local server. And those are the choices. So this completes our demonstration of using the trim editor in Multiview.